It's time for anime review. The review of Nichijou, My Ordinary Life. Like, comment, and subscribe. Nichijou primarily focuses on the daily antics of a trio of childhood friends, high school girls Mio Nagahara, Yukiko Aya, and Mai Mikana Kame, whose stories soon intertwine with the young genius Hasuke Shimomo and her robot caretaker, Nano, and their talking cat, Sakimoto. With every passing day, the lives of these six, as well as the many other people around them, experience both the calm of a normal life and the intensity of the absurd. Walking to school, being bitten by talking crows, spending time with friends, and watching the principal suplex a deer. They are all in a day's work in the extraordinary everyday lives of those in Nichijou. This anime came out in April 3rd, 2011 to September 25th, 2011. This has a prequel and a side story. It is based off of a manga series. It is slice of life, comedy, school, and shoujo. Each episode is 23 minutes per episode, and this is rated PG-13. One thing that I liked about this 26 episode anime, besides like the whole extraordinary antics of this anime, which can be pretty hilarious on each episode depending on which character they focus on, I think it does try to convey that type of high school like nostalgia and wisdom factor that you think high school is just the ordinary day of high school girls and boys, getting to the basis of going to classes, going to clubs, surviving, in our version prom in Japanese, like the culture festival and things like that. But there are a lot of different antics that in Nichijou that are more than comical and more than the unexpected, I would say. To watch a little hint to the anime itself, the professor body slam a deer was quite impressive, but also kind of shocking type of anime. It does take that whole slapstick comedy that I find very human. It kind of reminds me of other animes that based on slice of life, like Agamo Deco, maybe a little bit of Lucky Star, and it's kind of interesting because there are a lot of slice of lives that take the whole sentimental slapstick comedy mode probably to the next level and then just hit it right there. But it does have its distinct color palettes that are very gorgeous, and the animation is very flawless, very smooth, very vibrant, and it does catch your eye compared to other studios who try to produce the same slice of life art styles and try to be very different from the other art styles, and other anime studios try to make themselves apart from the rest, makes it a little different, and I can't help but notice even in the intros and outro, that even though they are very short, they work well together. It does have its own little hype, to itself. And I think overall the dynamics of each of the characters create some type of very strong friendship values, no matter the situation the girls are put in versus the others that are around them, along with this, supporting cast, along with the very funny and hilarious scenes that are put in the anime to create a nice wall pacing throughout the whole anime itself. Being 26 episodes, each of these episodes are around 23 minutes, which is really good. I feel like you see a lot of each of the characters personality traits that comes full front through, and you get a sense of how each of the characters you can relate to, especially with the genius and the caretaker android or robots in this. It does kind of give that sense of even though something might seem to be ordinary, it's not always there, so don't judge the book by its cover. But I think between all the girls, you get to see how their friendships grow over time, along with the friendships that they create. And I think one thing that's also very important when looking at this anime, besides being a slice of life anime, it does a good job of showing the friendships, how they grow over time, how they develop, how they help each other out, which I think is a very important factor in my indication when watching slice of life, because I want to see the friendships grow. I want to see how their bonds are tested, despite what hilarious antics they get into and how they get themselves out of it, and just the whole comedy of when you turn this way, you see it at an event, and then your friend turns and they don't see it. It's but you don't see that we just saw it. Okay, I might be the only one. But I think there are cute little nice tender moments in this anime that are very sweet and very calming, that even though with Nichijou's characters, even though with their own interesting individuality and the personality and traits and the hobby that they all share with each other that might clash, I think there's some characters that you might vibe with more than others, which is totally fine. You know, each relationship is different, and the dialogue is very strong with delivery points, including with the hilarious things that are put here and there. But it's also a very lighthearted comedy factor that, you know, is not too like dark in any sense. It's a very light sense anime, and sometimes when you have slice of life, it can be very dark, or it can be a mix of dark humor, comedy, and like lighthearted moment with a kind of balance throughout. But with this particular anime, it is very lighthearted through and through, and it's very nice and common to relax to, because you get a sense of it. Kind of remind you like the K-on, but with a different factor, because there's more antics, especially with a talking cat. I will just say that there's a talking cat in the anime, and there's a cute little mascot to have to pull the anime through and through. But overall, it's kind of nice to see how these girls have different personalities, how they bring their own special, unique characteristics to the classroom that they're in, along with their intriguing classmates and principals at their school. I think they did a well job of, like, you know, the voice actors bringing these characters to life and making these characters come to life from a manga adaptation. And I feel like the more important things of this aspect in this anime is that despite the art style, despite the setting, despite the genre, is that it's something that you can relax to watch with your friends and see what characters you can relate to and point out in your own friend group, and to see the hilarious antics that they get into, but also what hilarious antics do you and your friends get into. I think it just comes down to enjoying high school life as much as you can before you're forced to transcend into adulthood, the adolescence where you're still gonna make choices in college and still, you know, keep those friend groups, or you might drift apart, or you might keep the same strong friend group. You know, the true friends that always like help you like reel back in it are the true friend groups that are be friends to the very end, I say. And then also, like, because like a lasting friendship lasts forever, especially in anime where I can see these characters, you know, if they were ever like aged up to go to college, that their friendship would still be strong even in college. And maybe, you know, that some of the old habits they had in high school would change eventually, but you know, enjoy high school while you can. I feel like in this way you can always like go back and make sharper memories in, you know, high school and college and vice versa. But I'm getting kind of off the topic of this anime here. It's a very subtle and sweet one that I feel like anyone can watch, even if the life is not your main cup of tea. Just give it a shot. There are some slice of life anime that might be just right for you. You know, you might never know which one until you actually try it. But I think Nichijou is a very good one to like just like settle yourself into and like ease in, and it won't be too overwhelming that you don't have any idea what's going on, because the plot is very short and simple to the pace. You'll get lost with no extra filler episodes. It's just very simple to the point. I'm watching these girls in their everyday lives and the crazy hilarious adventures that they get into in high school, along with the big cast that surrounds them as they're with their friends and family. But let me know what y'all think and check it out. Don't forget to give this big video a big thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it, and don't forget to comment down below in the comment section of what anime you want me to review next, or any suggestions that you may have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more comments and more videos, and I will see you soon. Until then, bye.